all she had to live on. So what's going on? You have Jesus is at the temple. He's there, and at the temple, you have all these kind of different places. You have this kind of exterior part of the temple. It's the court of the Gentiles. And you get in just like an inner ring, and you have this court of the women. And the court of the women was as far as women could go in the temple. And right off the court of the women, there was this place, there was a treasury for the temple. And around the treasury, there would be these 13 trumpet-shaped boxes. That's the boxes they're talking about. So there was these trumpet-shaped boxes. They're not like modern trumpets. It's like there's like spirals and all that stuff going on in them. But they're just like a cylinder with like a big wide opening. And actually, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking like maybe they actually had designed, and I have no idea, but maybe they had actually designed those things where you put the coin in, and it goes spiraling around. Maybe that's an ancient Jewish tradition. But whatever, so they're out there, and as they go to the temple, as they're giving their offering, as they're putting them in these offering boxes, they would announce what they were for. These boxes were there, they were designed for people making a vow, saying, I'm going to give $50 for the Lutheran Women's Missionary Team. And somebody would be like, okay, Andy Thompson, $50, LWML, and you just be giving your offering. You'd be giving your offering. So Jesus is sitting there, and this woman comes up, and she takes 2 pieces of copper, pretty insignificant. I don't even know if you can see the 2 pieces of copper that I have in my hand, the pennies of the United States of America. She takes 2 pieces of copper, and she drops them in. I mean, really, they're insignificant. This is an incredibly insignificant offering. This church could not function if people came here every Sunday and simply put in 2 pennies. If all of you, that we might get to, like $2, right? This woman goes to the temple and she puts in an insignificant offering. The actual value of her offering, if we were to talk about it in today's dollars, would be roughly 1/8 of a penny. This isn't going to feed me. This isn't going to keep the lights on. This isn't going to re-roof the building. This is insignificant. This widow is there, and Jesus sees her. He hears that she is given 2 coppers, and he looks at her and he praises her. What's going on? What is going on here? What's going on when people are giving? What's going on? Why are we giving? Why do we give? Anybody come here today actually planning on putting something in the offering plate? Anybody plan on it? Like 2 or 3 people planned on putting something in the offering plate. Good. Why are we giving? Why are we doing it? Why do we do it? I was thinking through this, and there was all of these kind of categories. Some people give out of fear. That if they don't give, I mean, it doesn't just have to be money. It's their life. If you don't give, something bad's going to happen to you. If you don't contribute, you're going to get hit by lightning. If you don't give, something bad will happen. There's a fear-based giving. Some people give, I think, out of pride. I think this is what Jesus is looking at. He's looking at these people. They're giving. They're going to the temple. They're putting their offering in. People are announcing, what it is that these people are giving. And you're able to be like, yeah, I'm a good giver. Sometimes I hear Christians, they talk about, I tithe. I tithe. It's a pride mark. Why are we giving? Sometimes Christians give out of shame. Out of shame. In Wayside, where I was at previously, they were quite fond of saying the last year that they had a balanced budget was the year that they printed all of the contributions of the members. We could try it. And I don't know if St.Stephanus has ever done that. Probably. It used to be a pretty popular Lutheran activity. It was a way to shame people into giving. Why are we giving? Well, because we know that on December 31st, that report is going to come out. And we know that, when you get to Andy Thompson and it says he's put in 2 pennies for 52 weeks, there's going to be a problem. People are going to look and be like, no, we're paying you more than that. Why are we giving? Some people give to support the institution. It's a duty. We are here simply to make sure that the lights are on, that the roof is above us, that the pastor's working. Why are we giving? And this is a challenge for us as Christians, because if we're not clear about why we're giving, if we're not clear about why we give as human beings, as why we have this opportunity to give, then we can come up with all sorts of reasons to give. And we can come up with all sorts of reasons not to give. Jesus makes his contrast as he's sitting there in the temple court. And he makes his contrast between the abundance from which some people were giving their offerings and the sacrifice from which this woman was giving her offering. See, if we as Christians, if we place a number on what we give, if we say, I will give 10%, I will give 20%, I will give 50% of what my income is. If we do this, where are we giving from? We're giving from our abundance. This is why Jesus never brings up the tithe or commands the people to tithe. The only commandment that Jesus really gives his disciples is to love. He doesn't bring up tithing. He doesn't say you got to do this. He doesn't put this as a commandment upon the Christian people. It's fascinating to me. It's fascinating because I hear a lot of Christians talking about it. And you see, as Christians, if we're giving out of our abundance, if the abundance is the thing that's, I have a lot, so now I can finally, give something. Why are we giving? I was reminded of a few conversations I've had with people about having children. They're waiting for the right time when they can financially afford children. And I am absolutely, I see somebody shaking their head like, you're never going to be able to afford them. They cost something. But this waiting, you wait until you're prosperous enough, you wait until you have enough, you wait, and you don't get there. Or you get there, but you're getting there for the exact wrong reasons. Consider having nothing. In our small group the other night, we were talking, and we were talking about this actually, and it was how easy it is sometimes when you're poor to give to people, or how often people who actually give things are poor people. And this isn't to make like this big class struggle, but sometimes if you have $20, giving it away is maybe not that much. If you have $200,000, giving it away starts to be a lot. If you have $2 million, giving it away, ooh. If you've just got 2 pennies, it's nothing at all. But it's that sacrifice that Jesus commends. It's that sacrifice that Jesus commends. It's what she has to live on. It's what she has to live on, to eat, to take care of herself. And Jesus says, you did something Good. Why would he say that? Sacrifice. We talked about generosity last week. Generosity is this just kind of giving and this opening up to joy. This giving of everything in your life, who you are, this giving. Sacrifice is there to open you up to trust.